impact. Lata.
That's the key point, a U-turn on the top bracket tax, which was cut from 40 to 45%. Now, we must remember that this was one among a bunch of tax cuts, which was their plan to invigorate the economy. The other ones were that basic income tax also would be reduced to 19%. It was anyway going to be reduced from 24. They advanced it to 2023. And besides that, there were property tax and stamp duty cuts as well. Now, the biggest one that drew flack was this top bracket tax cut from 45 to 40%. This meant that everybody who earned £150,000, who were originally paying 45%, will start paying 40% from this year, which was the tax bracket for the £50,000 plus income guys. Now, the problem is that, the income, all these liabilities were, the 45% group was contributing to 36% of the total income tax receipts of the government in the current year. So reducing that would have meant a very big hole. The tax cuts were criticized by IMF and ECB a little obliquely because, there was unfunded expenditure. The expenditure was particularly high this year because of the energy subsidies that UK was providing. And only in 6 months, UK would have had to pay £60 billion only for this, energy subsidies. And at that time, the tax cuts taking away money was worrying the market because that would mean the UK government would come and borrow more. The other problem was, besides the UK borrowing more, the BOE will have to increase interest rates because at a time when inflation is running at 10%, if you are going to put more money in the hands of people, they will spend more. It would be even more inflationary, and therefore the BOE will have to hike rates. So, there was a steep reaction in the market. Government will borrow more and the central bank will cut more. That meant that bond yields would go up. And that's what happened September 22nd, the day before the tax cut. It was 3.5%, the 10-year yield. It went to 4.5% on September 27th. On September 28th, the Bank of England had to actually step in and announce that it is buying bonds because the market had become so unstable. It said it would buy £65 billion of bonds. There was a similar reaction on the pound. It was you needed $1.12 to buy a pound on September 22nd before the tax cuts, and it became as cheap as $1.07 needed to buy a pound. That was on September 27th. Thereafter, there has been some recovery with the BOE intervening. Now it is almost back to 1.12.
Okay, thanks a lot for that. So UK flip-flop.